Hello, Ori. So we're just going to ask you a couple questions about your experience here at MexiSoul.
Of course.
So first of all, can you describe your experience with MexiSoul?
Wow. I always feel like words are disgraceful in describing it because you can't put words to the experience. I don't want to sound cheesy, but I felt a calling to come here. And I knew that if I ever had time in my life where I could fully take the time out, that ayahuasca was what I needed to do. And it was interesting. I'm in between a lot of stuff in my life right now, and I did have the time, and I spent all night searching for the right place to go, and MexiSoul just kept on coming back to me. Everything I looked at, MexiSoul, MexiSoul, MexiSoul. And then within a day and a half, I was talking to Ruger, and I immediately signed up. I knew it was the thing for me. Although Ruger gave me a very, very light understanding of what we were going to experience, which I'm so grateful for that because I came in with no expectations. I came in with some intentions, but I didn't know anything that was really going to happen, except I knew about ayahuasca. But what the experience was like, it wasn't just the ayahuasca, it was the entire retreat. It was from the people that you were with, both the participants, which everyone was like in some way just an angel on this earth. And I think ayahuasca calls these beautiful people, and then the people who work at the finca, and then the people who volunteer at the retreat. And then of course there's Jamie, who helps us integrate everything that we've learned or are learning, which was so powerful. And she literally gave me the tools to understand how to work with the medicine, which was so powerful. And then of course there's Umberto, who at first, I was skeptical, and you have to tell everyone I'm not the spiritual guru type of person. I actually had no spirituality in my life before. I had very little true love in my life and in my heart. And I don't know, I didn't know that I was coming here to look for that because I wasn't. That wasn't my intention. And I'm leaving here with this intense amount of love and spirituality, and not your typical spirituality, but I'll get to that in a second. And then Umberto, he has this beautiful mix of ancient rituals and tradition fused with contemporary understanding, which was so important for me because I've been to Peru where I've gone, to these incredible shamanic, rituals, but I didn't connect to them because it was almost a foreign culture, and it was as if I was a spectator and not a participant. And what Umberto does is he takes you in and he finds everyone. And between him and the ayahuasca, and there's nothing that is put to chance. It's all as if the universe, with ayahuasca's help put it all together. And until you've experienced it, you don't understand what that means. And what's so beautiful is there's a rhythm and a path in this journey, from the different types of ceremonies that you do to the lack of eating at times, which at first I was like, why aren't we eating? But the not eating cleansed your body physically to prepare itself to take in the medicine. And then from there, at times we were up all night at ceremonies, so you don't sleep and you feel almost sleep deprived. And at first I was angry about the sleep deprivation, but then I realized that I needed that sleep deprivation to have this almost clear head to understand, or to try to understand. There's no understanding of the medicine, but to try to have an understanding. The ayahuasca ceremonies were so intensely powerful. I came here with intentions, and ayahuasca said, I don't care what your intentions are. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And that is so powerful. And things just came at me that I didn't even know were in my heart or in my mind or in my soul, or I thought they were gone for a long time. But, she brought them back alive. And she's made me see things again. And the most intensely incredible thing that ayahuasca has done is enabled me to breathe again. And I know that sounds so silly, but without food and water, you can last for days or weeks. Without breath, just minutes. And what we forget is how to breathe. And we were never taught to really breathe. Well, that's the single most important thing that our bodies do. And so to be in the medicine, to be with Jamie and to go attending a breathwork session and doing yoga here, I learned to breathe again. And I mean that both physically, but I also mean that figuratively and spiritually in my life. Like I could literally breathe again. And ayahuasca, showed me what I was missing in my life. And ayahuasca doesn't give you the answers. It presents things to you. And then the second ayahuasca retreat, the second ceremony, was just as intensely beautiful as the first. The first one was a very visual experience. It was as if ayahuasca knew that in order to attract me, in order to pull me in, it had to trick me. And she tricked me with acting like she was a psychedelic mushroom.